100 anatomy and physiology quiz questions. Instruction: to get the best out of this quiz, always pause the video to think of the answer to each question before it is displayed. The green pointer indicates the correct answer. 1. The following are gross anatomical structures except A. Skin, B. Alveolus, C. Heart, D. Liver. 2. Which is not a microscopic structure? A. Kidney, B. Neuron, C. Nephron, D. DNA. 3. Which is not a physiological process in the human body? A. Sleep, B. Wind, C. Defecation, D. Breathing. 4. The study of human structures using a microscope is termed A. Embryology, B. Pathology, C. Physiology, D. Histology. 5. The human body is structurally divided into how many major regions? A. 2, B. 3, C. 4, D. 5. 6. The most distal region of the upper limb is A. Shoulder, B. Elbow, C. Wrist, D. Hand. 7. The portion of the upper limb between the shoulder and elbow joints is called A. Arm, B. Forearm, C. Wrist, D. Hand. 8. Another word for the trunk is A. Thorax, B. Chest, C. Torso, D. Groin. 9. Which is not a content of the torso? A. Brain, B. Liver, C. Heart, D. Duodenum. 10. The following are parts of the chemical level of organization except A. HCl, B. Water, C. DNA, D. Hair. 11. A group of tissues working together for a common goal is called A. Cell, B. Organ, C. Organism, D. System. 12. In the anatomical position, the subject does the following except A. Stands erect, B. Looks upwards, C. Faces the observer, D. Directs palms and feet forward. 13. The trunk consists of A. Chest, abdomen and pelvis, B. Neck, thorax and abdomen, C. Neck, chest and upper limbs, D. Chest, back and abdomen. 14. Which of these statements is false? A. The gallbladder is caudal to the liver, B. The stomach is inferior to the lungs, C. The ears are medial to the eyes, D. The clavicle is superior to the second rib. 15. Which of these terms describes a structure located towards the front of the body? A. Dorsal, B. Ventral, C. Cephalic, D. Caudal. 16. Which of these structures are ipsilateral? A. The ears, B. The diaphragm and liver, C. The stomach and right kidney, D. The right and left lungs. 17. Which of these parts of the lower limb is more proximal? A. Knee, B. Thigh, C. Ankle, D. Foot. 18. An imaginary flat surface that divides the body or an organ into portions is called A. Plane, B. section, C. cut, D. incision. 19. Which of these is not a major anatomical plane? A. Sagittal plane, B. Median plane, C. Coronal plane, D. Transverse plane. 20. The following are forms of flexion except A. Moving the forearm toward the arm, B. Moving the head towards the sides, C. Moving the hand towards the forearm, D. Bending the head towards the chest. 21. Movement of the limb towards the body's midline is termed A. Abduction, B. Adduction, C. Pronation, D. Supination. 22. The movement of the forearm that turns palms posteriorly is called A. Pronation, B. Supination, C. Circumduction, D. Rotation. 23. A minor body cavity is A. Cranial cavity, B. Oral cavity, C. Abdominal cavity, D. Thoracic cavity. 24. The anterior boundary of the cranial cavity is formed by the A. Frontal bone, B. Occipital bone, C. Parietal bones, D. Temporal bones. 25. Which of these is a division of the thoracic cavity? A. Pleural cavity, B. Pericardial cavity, C. Mediastinum, D. All of the above. 26. All the contents of the mediastinum except A. Lungs, B. Heart, C. Esophagus, D. Trachea. 27. The thoracic cavity ends inferiorly at the A. Liver, B. Diaphragm, C. Stomach, D. Pancreas. 28. Which is not a content of the abdominal cavity? A. Spleen, B. Stomach, C. Heart, D. Esophagus. 29. What is the extent of the abdominal cavity? A. Thoracic cavity to pelvic cavity, B. Diaphragm to pelvic cavity, C. The stomach to the intestines, D. Right kidney to the left kidney. 30. What bounds the abdominal cavity posteriorly? A. Lumbar spine, B. Diaphragm, C. Rectus abdominis, D. Ribs. 'How is your performance so far? Before we continue, please support me by pressing the like button on your screen. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Thank you, and let's continue. 31. The abdominal cavity is continuous inferiorly with the A. Sacrum, B. Hip bone, C. Pelvic cavity, D. Pelvic floor. 32. The following structures from the pelvic cavity except A. Sacral vertebrae, B. Lumbar vertebrae, C. Hip bones, D. Coccyx. 33. The hip bones forms what boundary of the pelvic cavity? A. Anterior, B. Posterior, C. Medial, D. Lateral. 34. Organs in the thoracic, abdominal and pelvic cavities are commonly called A. Viscera, B. Glands, C. Genitals, D. Git. 35. The abdominopelvic cavity is divided into how many quadrants and regions? A. 4 and 9 respectively. B. 9 and 4 respectively. C. 5 and 10 respectively. D. 10 and 5 respectively. "36. The following are contents of the right upper quadrant except A. Liver, B. Kidney, C. Ascending colon, D. Appendix. 37. The following are contents of the left upper quadrant except A. Stomach, B. Spleen, C. Cecum, D. Kidney. 38. The following are contents of the right lower quadrant except A. Ascending colon, B. Cecum, C. Duodenum, D. Appendix. 39. The following are contents of the left lower quadrant except A. Transverse colon, B. A sigmoid colon, C. Ovary, D. Ureter. The next set of questions are related to cells. 40. When does cell division begin in humans? A. After birth, B. After fertilization, C. After implantation, D. After ovulation. 41. The number of cells in an average human is in A. Thousands, B. Millions, C. Billions, D. Trillions. 42. Which of these cells can be seen without using the microscope? A. Spermatozoon, B. Ovum, C. Erythrocyte, D. Neuron. 43. Who discovered the cell? A. Robert Hooke, B. Thomas Jefferson, C. Isaac Newton, D. Albert Einstein. 44. What year was the cell discovered? A. 1600, B. 1660, C. 1665, D. 1668. 45. Which of these scientists did not contribute to the discovery of cells? A. Michael Faraday, B. Matthias Schleiden, C. Theodor Schwann, D. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. 46. Whom among these scientists co-founded the animal cell? A. Gregor Mendel, B. Matthias Schleiden, C. Theodor Schwann, D. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. 47. What is the longest cell in humans? A. Ovum, B. Sperm, C. Neuron, D. Osteocyte. 48. A programmed cell death is termed A. Apoptosis, B. Necrosis, C. Infarction, D. Murder. 49. Which is not a major part of the cell? A. Plasma membrane, B. Nucleus, C. Nucleus, D. A cytoplasm. 50. The boundary of the cell is formed by A. Plasma membrane, B. Nucleus, C. Endoplasmic reticulum, D. Cytoplasm. 51. The plasma membrane is usually A. Impermeable, B. Permeable, C. Selectively permeable, D. Highly permeable. 52. The two major contents of the cytoplasm are A. Cytosol and organelles, B. Cytosol and protoplasm, C. Protoplasm and nucleus, D. Protoplasm and plasma membrane. 53. The fluid component of the cytoplasm is called A. Protoplasm, B. Cytosol, C. Aquarium, D. Vacuole. 54. The following are major components of the plasma membrane except A. Lipids, B. Proteins, C. Minerals, D. Sugars. 55. Which of these is not a membrane lipid? A. Phospholipid, B. Wax, C. Cholesterol, D. Glycolipid. 56. Phospholipids make up how many percent of membrane lipids? A. 75%, B. 20%, C. 5%, D. 1%. 57. The phosphate-containing head of phospholipids is A. Hydrophilic, B. Hydrophobic, C. Amphipathic, D. Lipophilic. 58. Which of these is not a function of membrane proteins? A. They form ion channels, B. They act as enzymes, C. They synthesize DNA, D. They form receptors. 59. Facilitated diffusion differs from simple diffusion in the use of A. Proteins, B. Sugars, C. Phospholipids, D. Glycolipids. 60. The following substances will cross the membrane via simple diffusion except A. Oxygen, B. Water, C. Fat-soluble vitamins, D. Glucose. 61. Water crosses the plasma membrane through special channels called A. Aquaporins, B. Aquapores, C. Aquifers, D. Aquarius. 62. Diffusion is more concerned with the movement of A. Solute molecules, B. Solvent molecules, C. Solutions, D. None of the above. 63. Osmosis is more concerned with the movement of A. Solute molecules, B. Solvent molecules, C. Solutions, D. None of the above. 64. A solution that contains more water and less solute than the cell in it is termed A. Isotonic, B. Hypertonic, C. Hypertonic, D. Isometric. 65. Crenation occurs when a red blood cell is placed in A. Isotonic solution, B. Hypertonic solution, C. Hypertonic solution, D. Isometric solution. 66. Which of these solutions can cause a red blood cell to burst? A. Isotonic solution, B. Hypertonic solution, C. Hypertonic solution, D. Isometric solution. 67. The major difference between passive transport and active transport is that active transport requires A. Integral proteins, B. Peripheral proteins, C. ATP, D. Enzyme. 68. Cytosol is also called A. Intracellular fluid, B. Intercellular fluid, C. Interstitial fluid, D. Extracellular fluid. 69. Which of these human cells is moved by flagellum? A. Egg cell, B. Sperm cell, C. Euglena, D. Neuron. 70. Which of these is not a major class of cells in humans? A. Somatic cell, B. Blood cell, C. Germ cell, D. Gamete. 'The next group of questions are on the heart. 71. Which of these statements about the heart is false? A. The heart weighs about 310 grams in men. B. It weighs slightly lower in women. C. It is located in the mediastinum. D. It is oval-shaped. 72. The following are anterior relations of the heart except A. Sternum, B. Ribs, C. Lungs, D. Intercostal muscles. 73. The thickest layer of the heart wall is A. Pericardium, B. Epicardium, C. Myocardium, D. Endocardium. 74. Which of these valves prevents backflow of blood to the right atrium? A. Bicuspid valve, B. Tricuspid valve, C. Pulmonary valve, D. Aortic valve. 75. Which of these blood vessels bring deoxygenated blood to the heart? A. Pulmonary artery, B. Pulmonary vein, C. Vena cava, D. Coronary artery. 76. Blood flows into the pulmonary artery from what chamber? A. Right atrium, B. Right ventricle, C. Left atrium, D. Left ventricle. 77. An external feature of the heart is A. Atrium, B. Auricle, C. Ventricle, D. Valve. 78. A content of the coronary sulcus is A. Coronary artery, B. Pulmonary artery, C. Hepatic artery, D. Aorta. 'The next few questions are on tissues. 79. The most numerous class of tissues are A. Epithelial tissues, B. Connective tissues, C. Muscle tissues, D. Nervous tissues. 80. An epithelial tissue with a single layer of flat cells is A. Simple squamous, B. Simple cuboidal, C. Simple columnar, D. Pseudostratified columnar. 81. What kind of epithelial tissue is the epidermis? A. Simple squamous, B. Ciliated pseudostratified columnar, C. Keratinized stratified squamous, D. Non-keratinized stratified squamous. 82. The most numerous sweat glands are A. Apocrine, B. Eccrine, C. Holocrine, D. Telecrine. The correct answer is B. Eccrine. 83. The following are exocrine glands except A. Salivary gland, B. Sweat gland, C. Pituitary gland, D. Mammary gland. The correct answer is C, pituitary gland. The next set of questions are from the skeletal system. 84. Which of these bones is not part of the axial skeleton? A. Skull. B. Hyoid. C. Humerus. D. Sternum. '85. The ground substance in cartilage is composed of A. Perichondrium. B. Chondroitin sulfate. C. Collagen. D. Elastin. '86. How many bones are in the axial and appendicular skeletons respectively? A. 80 and 126. B. 126 and 80. C. 120 and 206. D. 206 and 120. '87. What is the primary mineral found in bones? A. Iron. B. Calcium. C. Potassium. D. Sodium. '88. Which bone is commonly referred to as the collarbone? A. Scapula. B. Radius. C. Clavicle. D. Femur. '89. The shaft of a long bone is known as the A. Epiphysis. B. Diaphysis. C. Metaphysis. D. Articular cartilage. '90. Which type of joint allows the greatest range of motion? A. Hinge joint. B. Ball and socket joint. C. Pivot joint. D. Gliding joint. '91. Which vitamin is essential for calcium absorption in the body? A. Vitamin AB. Vitamin B12. C. Vitamin CD. Vitamin D. '92. Which bone houses the pituitary gland? A. Frontal bone. B. Sphenoid bone. C. Ethmoid bone. D. Temporal bone. '93. The zygomatic arch is formed by the A. Temporal bone and zygomatic bone. B. Maxilla and zygomatic bone. C. Zygomatic bone and mandible. D. Frontal bone and zygomatic bone. The correct answer is A. Temporal bone and zygomatic bone. '94. Which bone connects the sternum to the scapula? A. Clavicle. B. Humerus. C. Radius. D. Ulna. '95. The first 7 pairs of ribs are called A. True ribs. B. False ribs. C. Floating ribs. D. Sternal ribs. The remaining 5 questions are from the respiratory system. Do not forget to share this video with your colleagues in other schools. 96. Which of these organs do not belong to the respiratory system? A. Pharynx. B. Mouth. C. Trachea. D. Esophagus. '97. What region of the nasal cavity contains hairs? A. Vestibular region. B. Olfactory region. C. Respiratory region. D. Pharyngeal region. '98. Which muscle plays a crucial role in the process of breathing? A. Diaphragm. B. Biceps. C. Quadriceps. D. Hamstrings. 99. The exchange of gases between the blood and body tissues is known as A. External respiration, B. Internal respiration, C. Cellular respiration, D. Pulmonary respiration. (100) What is the function of the epiglottis? A. To produce sound, B. To prevent entry of food into the larynx, C. To filter air, D. To exchange gases. The correct answer is B. To prevent entry of food into the larynx. Before you go, I have other quizzes on mitosis, meiosis, and genetics. Check the link in the description page of this video to watch them. Also subscribe to this channel and like this video for more quiz in future. Thank you.